The once energetic mender approaches, looking both worn and troubled. I'm not sure I thanked you for the time to recover. I've never woven a spell that strong before.
Are you sure you're ready to move on? You look... Yeah.
I know. I caught my reflection earlier. It's a more mature look. Yeah, he's got a much bigger beard, I think. Or grayer. The mender grins and a hint of his former youth shines through. Not everyone would have stopped for so long, especially with the ground rumbling like it has.
Did you really have to push yourself that hard?
Would you have given any less? Would you like to live, Rook? Because if I didn't, more of them would have fallen off the edge. You look away and say nothing. You're still Rook. No matter what happened, or what's come, or what's coming. Accept that. It's not a bad thing. He nudges you in the shoulder with his staff and smiles before leaving you alone. But you still killed everyone! Just so you know! Just so you know!
Mario!
A scout runs up to you. There's a woman tied to a tree up ahead. Got 4 guards watching her. The strange news draws a good deal of attention from the caravan. The bound woman is ranting and spitting at the 4 guards who arrive and ask, when you arrive and ask,
What's going on here?
This here's a witch, one says, plaguing our clan and making everyone real sick. Well, we caught her and brought her way out here. The others nod. She's to be tied here for 5 days, without food or water, then cut loose. Been 3 so far.
But she'll die on her own after that long with nothing to eat or drink.
You say. That's not on us, the guards responds. But if you want to set her free, we'd be bigger fools than you to get in your way. You consider what to do.
Hold on, I'm trying to remember the line. I'm trying to remember the line.
Are you trying to reference what I think you're trying to reference?
Yes! Does she weigh as much as a duck and is made of wood? How do you know she's a witch?
Everyone looks at the woman who is grinning a toothless grin. She scratches at the tree bark and calls out the dead gods one by one. If that's not enough, the guard says, she was seen squeezing mistletoe berries into the water troughs. Think I heard that makes you sick. The others guards bob their heads in agreement. You consider what to do.
If you let her go, she can join us.
The guards look shocked. We're not getting near her, he says, and 4 of them run off in different directions. You cut the woman free and she slumps to the ground, weak. A few others help you get her into a cart and give her some water. She smiles at you once before falling asleep. Well, she's dead. No! Easy, boy! A clansman shouts as a Yox cart nearly topples to one side. The tamped path of the East Way Road is steadily turned into a cracked shamble. Looking ahead, it only gets worse. Various chasms gape like open mouths. You glance back at Ivan, who looks at you and shakes his head. The entire caravan comes to a halt.
We'll be eating our belts before finding a way across this broken road, especially this many. And there's no telling how far we'd have to backtrack to head north. Oh god, am I all 3?
It's all 3.
I'm talking to myself again.
Just
then
a
we'll
normal day
head
in your
south.
life, huh?
What?
Just a normal day in your life, huh?
Probably. Then we'll head south against the warms up my riverbed. We can get towards Gundar and go on west.
Trigby appears around Hakon's elbow, coming fully into view. Oh, hey, I get to talk.
Yay!
Heading south is questionable. Those people.
Why do you say that?
Maybe I spent a lifetime there. Plenty of things to eat under logs. But there's also people in the bogs. His eyes go wide. The Skald should hear my rhyme.
But what's wrong with rhyming? And heading south.
Different ways of living. Old ways. Stick to the mud, the cragsmen are less bothersome. Also, my rhymes are amazing. Stop questioning it.
I think he's talking about the boggers. Those rough, backwoods people of Schwarzbard.
Trigby frowns at Ivor. Words like that can find you swollen, filled with poison. He puffs out his cheeks and stares at Ivor.
Ivor, I think he just threatened you. This is why Varl tend to keep to themselves. Each human is crazy in their own way, especially poets.
What one finds crazy, others find wisdom. Trigby hunches over with laughter until he suddenly stops, sniffing the airs and marches away.
I'm back to talking to myself. Strange, but it's a fair warning. We're crossing over into the lands most of us have never seen. Just because we've left those dredge behind doesn't mean we'll have any more wars ahead of us. If we had more supplies, I'd say we should stop for a few days and train some of those clansmen how to fight.
You consider your options.
Considering my options, stroking my beard and considering my options. Let's just camp. We'll consider training clansmen later.
The call for camp spreads down the line. I'm not actually sure how many clansmen we have in this one.
25.
We have way too many Varl. I would say the fighters are fine. Because these guys are going to be foraging for us.
Oh, look! It's looted!
Don't mock the son of man! The prince is acting even more standoffish than usual. You and Ivor have caught him staring ahead and twisting the ring on his finger over and over. Yrsa quietly stands nearby.
Is that ring stuck? I mean, glad to be heading home.
Are you daft? Of course it's not stuck. I greased it.
Oh.
Ludin turns to the two of you and offers a polite smile. Even after the chasm, would it surprise you if I said no?
I thought you hated being so far from Aberang.
Life on the trail hasn't won me over, but it's not that bad. It's even possible I learned a few things from leading people a while out here. You, Ivor, and Yrsa are stunned to hear the prince talk this way. I've grown up in the comfort and trained with scholars and fighters. I've never known anything else.
Saying stuff like that won't make you any friends in this caravan.
But that's just it. Among the clansmen, I've seen differences. I think I understand them a bit more.
That's great, Prince Ludin.
I'm glad you think so. But I know my father will. Yrsa will agree, but my father is not what you call open-minded.
Yes, The king is a hard man. Has to be. But his son is his weakness.
Wait, what? No, I was Irsa, I think.
Oh, really?
I think so, yeah.
Oh,
Um, I mean, I'll let that line pass for you, but whatever.
okay.
Yeah, I think I'm usually Irsa. It's been a minute since we've been back over here. Ludin glares at her, but the archer only smirks.
The prince. The prince is the king's weakness.
Don't listen to her. Watch your words, Prince. What? I wasn't telling you what to do. An awkward, icy moment passes between the prince and his bodyguard. Meinolf was fearful of letting Ludin away, so he sent his 2 advisors to watch him.
You're one of King Mondolf's advisors?
Irsa gives you a wry smile.
Mamma mia!
Regardless of who he sent to protect me, I had no say in the matter.
Kings usually have to make tough decisions and stick with them. Maybe one day you'll see why.
I know. I just don't think he'll care for my ideas on treating with peasant commoners. With peasant commoners. What would you like to be called?
We're all people, Prince. Even you.
Perhaps you're right.
Just keeping... Yeah, I would just had to think for like half a second. Just keep an open mind about your father. The way you like to have him toward your ideas.
That's something I've never considered before. I'll think on it. As Prince Ludin and Irsa walk away, you feel Ivor watching you.
What?
You murdered your daughter, Rook.
Mamma mia.
Everyone just reminding him.
She wanted to do it
She
herself.
wanted to die. She wanted to die, Rook. Of course.
I wanted her to be an adult. She wanted to be an adult.
She wasn't an adult, Rook. That's like telling a 10-year-old to go and drink alcohol. Except much more deadly.
How old was she?
16, I want to say? 15, 16, somewhere in there?
Do you believe half the nonsense you say? I think it sounded really wise just then. It sounded like you've been practicing it for a while. Well, no.
Like you've been talking to yourself this whole time.
That's fair. I'll work on it.
The 2 of you share a smile before moving on.
Ivor, can I practice in front of you as a mirror?
Throws axe. We got no reason to sit around, but we can at least see what our lineup is. Yeah, let's see if... Yeah, Hogan stuck around with us. So yeah, we do have him. Also, Rook still hasn't cut his hair, and I'm pretty sure his new model has a haircut.
Huh.
Which is kind of weird. I'm surprised they wouldn't have just kept his old model. Because it's not like his clothes changed. It looked like it was just a haircut. Off we go! Off we go!
And
with some supplies!
Do we share supplies between the 2 teams?
I don't think so, but I could be wrong. You saved me! A woman shouts from somewhere among the clansmen. You saved me when the others would have let me die! You recognize the woman as the witch that you cut free from the tree. White leaves will blow once more across the plains and punish those who stood in your way. You step toward her, calming the gathering crowd.
I'm not sure what you're talking about, but no one is standing in your way if you wish to leave.
When the woman sees you, she smiles. What a handsome man, she says, reaching crooked fingers towards your face, but stopping before she touches you. My people have hidden food in the next copse of trees. Take it in good health. Without another word, she walks off into the countryside alone. Okay, 75 supplies. That's more than double of what we had. It's almost triple. Once you cross the Ormsa riverbed, the wind ceases to cut through the humid air. The darkened sky leaves loose its rain, and soon fat drops of water turn the dirt path to sucking mud, slowing the caravan. Cloaks are pulled overhead, and children and animals are wrangled near the carts. It's pouring rain, and there's something over here. I don't know what it is. Hey, +1 from the forge.
Yay!
I was hoping to avoid visiting this part of the kingdom for at least a few more years, Prince Luden says. At least others have had the sense to abandon this cesspool. As arrogant as he sounds, he's right. There are very few signs of life around you, yet you still feel like you're being watched. The lowing of the usually quiet yawks indicates that the beast's difficulty pulling the cart. You're up to your knees in it when your scout comes to you. Found some stone markers and led us a few paths of solid ground over there. He points while shouting over the yawks. Not even a bumpy, but easier than this.
We'll stick to the muddy path we're on.
And that's when the sand demon eats us.
Oh no.
The man looks surprised, but shrugs it off. The rain continues and the caravan struggles to keep moving. Normal morale. Oh, it's you.
Someone's son is missing,
Ivor says, motioning to a crowd, shouting a boy's name. A man with bleary eyes looks at you and says, He's my only son. He treats his white goat like his best friend. It must have wandered off, and he's out there looking for it. The man looks across the rainy bog. I've got to find my boy.
Wait here. Ivor and I will find him. Oh. Is this all? Oh, Ivor, okay. I'll remember to send someone else to you with the bad news from now on.
Ivor says as the two of you slop through the mud. After a way, you see a boy in the distance. He's pulling on a rope leash around a goat's neck. The goat is up to its shoulders in mud.
Come on, boy. What's wrong?
You hear the child oh no.
Oh.
Come on, boy, what's wrong?
You hear the child ask the goat.
You're sinking. Come on, you have to try.
You cannot move any faster to help, and soon only the goat's head is visible. The boy shouts again.
You're my friend. You stupid goat, you're going to die.
Tears roll down the boy's face as he sinks up to his neck in mud. You're ahead of Ivor, but already waist deep and a few yards away. Ivor is up to his knees.
Ivor, can you reach him?
Just before the goat and the boy vanish beneath the surface, Ivor leaps toward the two, creating a huge wave of mud that splashes you. When you clear your face enough to see again, Ivor is there with the goat under the arm and the boy clinging to the giant's neck. The child thanks Ivor many times on the way back to the caravan, calling him a luck laurel. Ivor spits mud and curses. He's very not happy. But morale is improved!
I've always hated goats.
I've always hated children. Why couldn't we let this one die? The clansmen and Varl follow you through the worst of the rain and the mud you've experienced. An unfortunate break in the slogging through the muck comes from a woman shouting,
Get away from there! Who are you?
A couple of cragsmen, locals in the rough spun clothing that almost blends into the bog, jump back from a supply cart and brandish weapons. The roar of bears and other cragsmen come from around you. Uh-oh, are we going into a fight? Yeah, we're going into a fight. All right, well, here we are.
Damn goats. Okay to pet, better to chew, I'd say.
It's those goddamn kids getting us in trouble again.
I'd rather chew a goat than pet one.
Alright, I think that's good. Out of curiosity, okay, we have 20 right now. And you would take 9. So, do we want to level up anyone right now?
How much to make look 7?
I'm gonna guess that's probably like 15. Yep, 15.
Oh. Ouch.
We don't really have a need to at this point.
Ursa level 5 or no mid level 5?
Both of those two don't have a plus above their
I mean
heads.
4.
They don't have
Oh.
any. They don't have the ability.
Okay. I was looking at like the bottom corner for like that gold leaf thing.
No, that's the ring
That's
that says they
equipping?
have an item.
Oh, okay. Then. Oh. Do you want to update Hakon?
I mean, we can. He's only gonna take 9.
Okay.
Alright. He's pretty solid right now with what he's got.
Can he upgrade the red stat?
We can get those skills that come after the
I mean,
maxed
the red
out.
skill.
Yeah. We could give him robust, or we could give him artery strike. So bonus crit chance or a resistance from damage, from strength damage.
I would say the strength damage. Wait, in which it's resist strength damage, and what's the other one? Crit.
Crit chance. He's definitely a guy that deals damage. I would lean toward the crit chance personally.
Okay.
Do you want to put both in there?
Sure, why not?
Alright. Now, hold on to that for now. Do I have anything else I can just throw on him? Yeah, sure, we'll give him that. That actually wouldn't be too bad if we're giving it to someone that's all dodging, too. Because that's 15% dodge strength attack again. Oh, look at them. They're boggy. Put you there. We'll move Rook over here. Along with Irsa, Nid, and Oddleaf, so he can just have a storm of arrows. Alright.
Ooh.
Because that did amazing the last time, just pumping people filled with arrows. I can never kill you.
Oh, wow.
I can do you about half. And knockback.
And that's just the one part I don't quote-unquote understand about RPGs. You're standing right next to the person. Why must you kindly wait your turn to attack?
That's just the way combat works, honestly. If you're looking at D&D, the idea is like that all of this is happening at, like, how does it put? In D&D, the rule set is that for every round, so when every person gets their turn, that's during the time of like 6 seconds worth of combat is happening. It's just a matter of you need to take turns in order to understand what's happening when, you know, and make sure that like it's not a clusterfucky mess.
Oh, okay. So, in a sense, everybody is moving at once.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be the idea. So yeah, a round of combat is about 6 seconds, and it's really just a way to make sure that nobody's... to organize things and understand how it's all moving.
Ah.
And, you know, whoever's naturally faster at that point, for whatever reason, you know, gets their move first. Yay, Nid gets the level up. Also, I don't know why she's injured.
We didn't get around to doing any D&D things.
No, we didn't. I was hoping to do that at some point, but it just hasn't, you know, spawned. We haven't had the time.
And I haven't even thought about my campaign beyond the brief outline of ideas I told you about.
Yeah, we just haven't had the time to really do anything with it.
Like the spellcaster or the enhancement mage or
The gotcha
something.
magician.
Yes, with the gashapon machine that will you insert money to pick out what enhancements you want. And I've noticed the gashapon machine that I am basing this on had like 3 or 4 new abilities since I got last. One of which is your character becomes frozen in a block of ice, and I'm like, that could be beneficial to act as a shield. But granted, you're useless other than that because you were frozen in ice.
See, there's actually a spell in one of the games I played, Divinity Original Sin, which has a spell that does that. You can't move, you're stuck in the ice, but you can't be damaged. However, you're also healing at the same time.
Oh. Is it frozen ice or is it like magic ice?
Well, I mean, it's magic.
Okay.
So, you know, say with that what you will.
So you're not chilly.
I mean, it's ice. I'm assuming you're chilly.
Knock him down!
Ivor can't get in there. But Rook sure can.
Huzzah! It is my kill!
Is it? I don't know who got the kill here. I don't know if that was Oddleaf or not. Or Nid. Hakon did drop, but he was the only one. So that's not too bad. Here's a Nid level up time, yeah! Oh, that's right. Irsa did drop too. I forgot about that. But I mean, 8 renown.
And I think this is about to be an episode.
Yep, gotta camp.
Yes.
Because there's our save point. Oh, hey, and Mogan wants to talk to us. Or Hogan. Probably about how
Yeah.
Mogan's a piece of shit.
Yeah, brother!
Hey, brother. Have you seen my brother around? I think he went off with someone. Hail Satan.
The dream team is splitting apart!
Which one of you is going to go and open up a dojo named after a demon?
What reference is that?
Literally Hercule.
Oh, yes. Since Hercule was based on Hulk Hogan, kind of.
Yes. Or at least, you know, the English voice actor definitely was.
Alright, laters.
Bye.